Hello! In this video, I purchased Nerf blasters for $1, $10 and $100. Today, you will find out which one is better, cooler and more powerful, and whether it's worth overpaying for a foam dart gun. Let's start with the $1 blaster. It came in this simple packaging. I bought it during a sale on AliExpress. After taking the blaster out of the cellophane, we can look at it in more detail. It looks pretty good, but my first impressions were ruined as soon as I picked it up. The plastic is of very poor quality. It makes unpleasant creaking noises, and if you apply a little more force, the toy will simply break. This awful picture is complemented by a disgusting smell, like a damp Chinese basement. That's not surprising because it's not a real Nerf at all, but just a cheap fake with no logo or serial number to prove its authenticity. The blaster is difficult to shoot, so there is no point in comparing it with others. We had to pay a little extra and buy the cheapest original Nerf blaster, which cost just over $2. This time we are greeted by branded packaging. Inside there was a small pistol that looks more minimalistic than the previous one, but at least we are confident in its authenticity. The brand logo is on the body and the serial number is printed on the bottom of the handle. When we picked up the blaster, we were satisfied with how it felt in the hand. The plastic is high quality, dense, and doesn't make any noise when pressed. I like the quality of the toy and rate it 6 points. The set included only one dart, which is not much, so we rate the configuration as 2 out of 10. In our comparison, we also have a parameter called features. This blaster is very simple, but I was surprised by its primitive trigger mechanism. I've never seen anything like it before, so we give it 3 points. Now I will show you how this mechanism works. We load the gun, hit the mechanism, and the dart flies confidently out of the barrel. Let's see how this blaster performs in testing. The first test will be for firing range. We load the cartridge and shoot. It flew pretty well. We take a tape measure and check the distance. The cheapest Nerf shot 6 meters 47 centimeters. That's not very far, so we rate the firing range as 4 points. The next test will be for power. To measure it, we'll use paper cups. We lay out 10 cups, and however many the Nerf knocks down will be its rating. We step back about 3 meters and fire. The dart knocked down only 1 cup and slightly moved the second, so we give it 2 points. For the last test, I attached a target to a stand, and now we'll check the accuracy of the cheapest Nerf. I stood at a distance of 5 meters, took aim, and fired. The dart hit the 4, a bit weak. The second shot was slightly better, and the third showed the same result. I can't say that the accuracy is good, probably because the shot is made with a strike, which knocks off the aim. For this test, we can give a maximum of 3 points. Now it's time for the $10 Nerf. I wonder what a blaster for that price will be like. This time the packaging is cardboard and looks more attractive than the cheapest one. We take the blaster out of the box. It looks very cool, quite large and heavy, made of the same high quality plastic, and it's pleasant to hold in your hand. The quality deserves 8 out of 10. In addition to the blaster, there are 12 foam darts in the box, which is pretty good, so we'll give the package a 6 out of 10 of 10. This blaster has the usual reloading mechanism and trigger. One cool feature is the drum, which allows you to load 6 darts into the Nerf. We'll give it 6 points for features. Let's move on to the range test. We reload the Nerf and shoot. The dart flew quite far. We measure the distance. 17 meters and 27 centimeters, which is a very decent result. We rate it 7 out of 10. Next is the power test. All candidates have the same conditions. We shoot from 3 meters away. With one shot, I managed to knock down 4 cups. We rate the power at 4 points. Now let's see how this blaster performs in the accuracy test. We aim and fire. The first shot hits the 8, the second shot hits about the 5, and the third lands in the 3. Overall, it's more comfortable to aim and shoot than the cheapest Nerf, so we rate the accuracy at 8 points. It's time to unbox the $100 Nerf blaster. I can't wait to find out what I spent that money on. We unpack the box and take out the contents. Look how huge it is. We remove the plastic wrap and can now examine the blaster. I've never held a Nerf this big before. Let's take a closer look. The body has all the emblems and a serial number. This blaster looks and feels expensive. There are no complaints about the quality. Everything is perfect. We give it 9 points. I couldn't find a priming bolt anywhere on the blaster. That's because it's battery powered. The set included a 9-volt battery, which is inserted like this. We also noticed 2 triggers and a safety switch. The first trigger activates the motor and the second fires the darts. The sound of the Nerf working is reminiscent of a vacuum cleaner. The set included darts as expected, but they are unusual and round, each one with a small brand logo. In addition to a good number of cartridges, the set also included a battery charger. The set is well equipped and I can't give it less than 9 points. This blaster also loads differently from the others. There's a compartment on top where the pellets are simply poured in. You don't need to insert them in any particular direction, which is very convenient. Next to the magazine, we noticed a lever that removes the magazine and can help extract a stuck dart. For the same purpose, there's a small hatch in the barrel itself. There are many features and all of them are useful and impressive. We give 10 points. Let's try shooting the most expensive Nerf. It can fire single shots as well as automatic bursts, which looks very impressive. We go outside for the tests. The first test is for range. We shoot one dart. It flew very far. We measure the distance. The most expensive Nerf shot 34.5 meters, which is an incredible result. We give it a high rating. Next is the power test. We stand 3 meters away and shoot. I managed to knock down 6 cups, which is the best result so far, and that's in single shot mode. If you hold down the trigger, the cups don't stand a chance. We rate the power at 8 points. Now let's test the accuracy. We aim and shoot. The first hit is in the 8, the second goes right into the bullseye, and the third also hits the 8. In automatic mode the accuracy drops, but overall the results are excellent. It's time to sum up. We counted all the points and gave each blaster an overall rating. In today's comparison, the $100 blaster won, but it has one big drawback: its price. The cheapest one showed the worst results, and I don't see any reason to buy it. The best value for money is the $10 blaster. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you soon.